Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about this thing. And you might be wondering, you probably know what it is because you've read the thumbnail. But this is something that I bought because I was going to go and play this weekend, which I did as a DMR role. And so I wanted something that was kind of along the lines of being a ghillie suit, but not a full ghillie suit. I've had some bad experiences in the past where I've had a ghillie suit. It was actually when I used to play in the UK. Had a ghillie suit, I would go through the bushes, go through things, and it would just catch on everything. And so it just got more annoying than it did actually oh cool, I'm kind of dressed up and I'm playing as a sniper. So I wanted to get something that was kind of like a head and shoulders, would go over my head, but also break up the shape of my body. So when enemies are looking, it's not like, oh wait, there's like a head and shoulders pattern. That's a big part of camouflage, is this is a very recognizable shape to us. And so kind of breaking that up as much as possible is kind of key. And so I found this, which is from a company that I really respect. They're the company that invented multicam. So the fact that this is a multicam, what do they call it? They call it their compact, let me just get this. It is their Crye Precision Compact Assault Ghillie. So effectively it is like a ghillie, but what it does is it just goes over your head, and then these are little arm sleeves which go on. I'll put it on quickly so you guys can kind of see how this thing works. But it's a clever concept for sure. And when I used it, I was like, this is great because it's very easy to get on and off. I literally just have two, as I say that, I have two little areas, little holes to put my arms through. This guy comes up over here, and then we have basically two little fasteners here that are going to go on. They're just going to do up and kind of hold it around my neck. Now, it worked well. I used it, it worked well. I actually used an unobtainium gear chest rig with this, running the 303 mag. So I just had that here, super easy to access. There was no issue with that. Obviously, all of this is open. The issue I had, however, is what is happening here. Because it is this kind of laser cut webbing kind of thing, these little holes caught on everything. So when I had my battle belt on, excuse the shorts, I had my battle belt on here, it would catch on my holster or on my other mag pouch or whatever it was. And I mean, it's really cool because it does kind of give you that coverage, but it definitely was kind of the same experience that I'd had with other ghillie suits in the past, which was this being the issue. A major issue was just actually having this catch on things. And so that is why I probably would not necessarily recommend it unless you're fully expecting that's something that I'm happy to go with and I'm happy to deal with. My friend Brandon had a real steel kind of I think it was a Russian based ghillie suit, and it was all mesh, and it just had these little pieces sewed onto it. So he didn't have the same issue with that happening. So I would choose that for sure. It was a top and bottoms, and he just wore his chest rig over the top of it. The good thing with this, I think, is this would work chest rig wise. It actually would go over my chest rig, and it would probably just stick out quite a bit. This is catching again on the chair bits here, and it would go over it. What I really wanted to do, and I actually filmed this video before, for some reason the audio didn't record, which is why I'm redoing it now. But what I really wanted to make it work, and it did kind of work, was this. I have to run my comms because I had a guy I'm playing with, and I want to, if I get hit and I get taken out, then I need to try and find him. I play with a load of guys, so I want my comms on here. And the big thing I also want is this, which is my ExFog unit. It blows air through these two little pipes here into my Oakley M frames, and that stops me from fogging. So I really wanted to not have to find some kind of hat or headgear to wear with this. I just wanted to use it. And so a big concern that I had was whether this would fit over here. And it kind of does, but also kind of doesn't. If you see what I mean, it's kind of fitting, but not really fitting properly. And again, with the helmet, I think it's not really doing much in terms of breaking up that shape. So it worked, and it It's good for what it is. It does what it says on the tin, but I don't necessarily think that I would recommend it, depending on what you're using it for. I don't think I'd necessarily recommend it. It's $160, which is a lot of money probably for what it is. Crye generally charge an unbelievably high amount for what they end up doing anyway, but I just wish that these little pieces all on here were sewn into the mesh as opposed to it kind of like floating over the top. I'm sure this is a lot easier if you're wanting to put like foliage and cover in there, but I just really wish it had kind of done that, because my major gripe is it catching on stuff. The other really cool thing actually this does do is this will separate. So this can basically be like a separate poncho. So I can just have the head and shoulders bit, and then I can take this and basically turn it into like a little mat and lay that over my gear, or like put it over my back, or like drape it over something. So it is kind of like multifunctional in this way. Sorry, I've kind of got my like chest hair sticking out right there. It is multifunctional in that way, and as a lightweight kind of thing, it is good. I just have to say, like, this really just annoyed me. If you honed your gear, you know, you may be able to get rid of that. But I thought I'd give you guys a quick look at what it looks like and just an overview of like my thoughts on it. So it's positive, but I personally, if I'm going to use it for my DMR setup going forward, like, I don't think I'm going to use it that much. I would probably go and buy whatever it is, his Russian suit. I'll try and find what that is, but I'll put a link to this down below, guys. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I think I'll put down below the like Evike link, which is like a referral link for me. So if you could use that, I'd really appreciate it. I think it comes in a medium and a large. I got the medium. I'm like 5'9" and about 180 pounds. So quite a like medium small guy, but I'm sure this isn't that restricting in terms of like, you know, it's not going to be that form fitting. You can probably size up or size down a little bit in either way. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you all very soon in the next video, and have a great day wherever you are. Goodbye.